Before starting this tutorial, I wanna be very thankful to all of you for the incredible support. I am really happy we achieved like 1000 subscriber milestone and really want to all of you continue to support me. Recently, like 2 days before, I shared a post and noticed many of you want or curious about the entire workflow video. So I cannot predict the duration of this tutorial, but one thing I can assure all of you that is by the end of this video, you have a bunch of new tricks and methods that very helpful to enhance your skill. Really need all of your support, so show your support by clicking the like button and leave your thought in comment. Important disclaimer, credit of the creativity of this video goes to Natt. I picked his recent video that is evaluation of money and create a complete workflow tutorial for all of you guys like how you can edit. So let me play the video to show you what the results you have by the end of this tutorial, what type of editing you can do if you watch this whole tutorial.
Money is the heartbeat of our world. But how did money evolve? Thousands of years ago, our ancestors started by trading goods for goods. They would trade animals for weapons, bread for butter, and gold for shelter. But this was too inefficient. They needed something new. They needed something universally trusted. This birthed the coin. As time went on, we quickly realized that it was too heavy to carry. So paper money was created. It allows us to trade something for everything. Then digital currency was created. We could now trade nothing for everything. Money is no longer an object. It's a concept. It shapes cultures, unites nations, and powers society.
As you see, this is the result you have by the end of this video. Like you can edit this type of video. Maybe you notice the video have little blurriness. Okay, it's like I use proxy. So let me explain why I use proxy and why you need to use, like why I recommend if you are using CapCut. Many of you CapCut users face the lagging issue. Like as you see, I have a lot of assets here. So all the assets, if I combine all the asset size, that is almost 12 GB. Like once we edit a video with a lot of assets, so CapCut have issue that is lagging issue. To resolving that issue, I use proxy. So for this time, like for this video, I use 540 proxy. So it's depend on you or your system capacity. You can use any, but this time, as I said, it's 12 GB, all of the total asset size. So that's why I use 540 for the smooth workflow. Okay, so you need to make sure that turn on the proxy for solving the issue. Like if you are using the proxy, almost the 90% of lagging issue resolved. If you need more smoothness in your editing workflow, so you need to click on these three lines, and then once you click, you need to click on preview quality. Once you click on your PC, like go with preview quality, so maybe you notice some PC have quality purity, so you need to change performance purity. It's mean once you do both the step, as I said, first one is proxy and second one is performance purity, so all the lagging issue is resolved, and then you can edit the video with smooth workflow. Okay, so let's start video from the scratch. Before starting, if you don't subscribe the channel yet, please make sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Maybe you see it's like little unorganized. Okay, so it's happened because under modify I used free layer. If you want to use like a project for your client, so you need to organize everything. But one thing I am always doing this, like if I go with a project that is a lot of unorganized, so I use this timeline as a full screen. So let me show you how you can do. As you see here, it is okay. I have two monitor, so that's why I use this full screen. Like as you see, it's a lot of unorganized thing. So this time I move toward next monitor, so I always doing this type of stuff. Like my totally timeline is other monitor, and my totally other things as like assets, preview of video editing is another monitor. So it's my way, but you can do easily as you want. Restore. Okay, it's just a way you can separate your timeline. Okay, preview player, anything you want you can separate. Okay, so let me restore. And let's delete all the things here, and we will start step by step. But one thing I don't want to delete, let me show you the voice. And I already said it's all the creativity credit goes to Natt. I just want to demonstrate how you can edit something like Natt. And other thing, I don't want to delete this. Okay, this subtitle, because it's very simple. So as you see, now we have just voice and little subtitles here. Okay, and the one effect is this one. Okay, we will start, but one thing I let me explain. The subtitle is very easy. You need this font, okay, but if you don't have, it's not a problem. I will upload into my drive. One thing here, you see all the possible data that I can upload is just for you, where you can find data for your practice. So here the subtitle setting, that is 6, and then I have bold. Okay, and after that, if I little bit scroll down, so here I just use shadow, that is 48. So you can adjust according to your need or according to your preference. It's like I just want to use according to my preference. Okay, maybe you notice in the net video he used without the background. Okay, let me show you what I mean to say. Okay, here is video.
Can you? Money is the heartbeat.
Here is video, and it's like totally transparent video. So how we can do this? You can use CapCut Pro in your mobile or in your PC, in your Mac, any software you want to use. But this time I used After Effects for removing this. So let me show you how you can do these all of background removing thing in After Effects. That's very useful thing, and you can like remove any background of any video frame by frame. So let me show you the step, and after that we will move back toward CapCut. So here is After Effect. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so as you see, I already deleted the background. So this time let me start with from scratch, so you can really understand how you can do. So for this you need to create a composition. For background removing, first you need to create a composition, and then double click on the composition. Once you double click, so after that you need to click on the layer on the video you want to remove the background, and then here, okay, click and drag under the composition one. After that you need to double click here or here, anywhere you want. Like here I double clicked, and then one thing you can adjust as you. Okay, here is good. After that need to click on retro brush for the object selection, like the rough selection that we need to have. As you see I do, so this is the selection we have. If you see any part have not good selection, so we can add and remove the selection easily. Like if I click on alt button and then drag, so it's remove that selection. And if we just click and drag, then the selection is added, as you see. And adjust the selection at every frame. So one thing, if the object is in motion, like a lot of motion, so we need to go with frame by frame. But if a motion is like still same and same movement, so the first selection, that is ref selection, is fine for all the clip. Again, it's depend on your clip or in your clip movement. So for this clip it's fine, like I just adjust little bit. So during the preview of the video I adjusted some frame only, so you can adjust according to your clip. So I hope you understand the point. It's not necessary you can do this in After Effects. You can use CapCut Pro, that's have feature to choose the customized object. So once all the selection is fine, so you see the background is removed very smoothly. But one thing, once you need to click on here, so it's have like here you see the removed background, that is red. And if you need to just selection, so you can do this. Like you can change the way of previewing the thing which of part of video is removed, so you can use this button as well. For the best result you can use these buttons that I showed you now. Done with all the settings, so you need to export the video as transparent background. So for that, what we need to do, so need to click on file and then export. Need to add render queue. So here maybe you have any other option, but you need to select lossless. Once you select, then click on this. Okay, the window is appeared. So for this window you need to click on RGB plus alpha. So RGB plus alpha means the video we export have no any background, and we can freely use in any software we want to use. We need to select the destination folder where we need to export this video. Once you assign, so just need to click on render. After that your video is exported, so you can freely use in any software. I already exported with no background, and let's back to word CapCut. So as you see, I imported all the assets that I want to use in this video. First of all, we need to add the background. So for that, here is I created one. You see I added this, but if you want something like ripple effect, that's in the net video. So for that you need to click on effect, and then we need to search for ripple. So here the ripple effect appeared once you edit the ripple effect. So after that we need to adjust the ripple properties, that is here ripple distortion. So let's play with properties and see where the value is best fit. Almost, I think that is pretty much okay. Blurriness is 77 or 79% is okay. So for twist we need to add low as we need, like 16 is okay. After that is strength, so 57 strength is okay. And then with sharpen, so that is I think 5 is fine, 5 to 10 is fine. For the size I think is 55 is fine. So let's see. Okay, as you see, I adjusted the speed very less. So that's good. We adjusted our background. After that, let's add other elements. Fact that is flying builds on alpha loop. So I added this. So zoom in and let's scale up a little bit. Okay. So after that, we need to click on like blend and then click on screen. So that's blend with screen. After that we need check or adjust its opacity. So for now I just added like 55 to 60. I think so 60 is fine. So let's
Money
play.
is the heartbeat of our
That's
world.
good. Okay. Next is, so for that there is the effect. So here we need to search meteor. Okay, so here it is. Once we click, and then this is the effect we need to use for the similar result. So one thing here, I used free layer for freely move into my timeline, that is under modify. Okay, and next we need to here add some snow element. So for this I downloaded snow falling from motion array. So here is the snow effect. So let's adjust, like let me scale up.
Money is the heart.
That's good. So after that I need to add the earth video. So that video I already deleted the background in After Effects. Okay, so here
Money
let's check. I think here
is the
fine.
heartbeat of our world. But how did money evolve? Thousands of years ago,
That's good. But as you see here is some problem because in background removing, so we will adjust and remove the file.
money is the heartbeat of our world. But
Okay, that's good.
money
So for the glow effect behind the earth, we need to add a glow effect. So in effect, there is two glow effect. So once you click on effect, then search for glow. Okay, as you see, there is two, but the first one is not good. So I use the second one. There is glow. So you see the glow is appeared. That is pretty much good. So behind the earth is glow. That's very similar to his video. Okay, so as you see there is some little glow. You can, if you want to use, you can use, but this time I don't want to use, so let me remove. After that we need to click on animation. Okay, and then here is slide up animation.
money is the
That's good.
money is the heartbeat of our world. But how did money evolve?
That's good. Okay, so after that one thing more, now we need to move toward like text. So for text let's add that text, that is evaluation of money. So let me write. Okay, so here is the evaluation. Okay, so this is the font I used in this complete video, and then click on this. And let's move toward down, and then is little bit zoom up. I think here is fine. So after that we need to select the color. So this color is fine, not much and not better. So I think this color is fine. And one thing I just add here, that is shadow. So it's already added. So after that, once you done with all, so you need to click on here and then right click, create compound clip. So once you create the compound clip, okay, one thing I forget, so let me undo compound clip. That is this. Yes, that is much better. That's this. So let's create compound clip. After this we need to click on adjustment, and then here we need to adjust as we want, and then we will add brightness as well. So for brightness, I think here is like right side 21 is fine, it's looking good. Okay, so that's something similar. After that we need to click on contrast, so 36 is fine for contrast, and same with highlight, that is not good, so we need to go with the right side, that is 16, I think so 16 to 17 is fine. And then we need to add shadow. You can add the adjustment effect at any text you want. So for sharpen, I think is 6 to 7 is good, 7 is good. So as you see, let's me play.
Money
That's good. So here let me add the effect. So let's convert evaluation of is create compound clip, and if you want its adjustment, then click on curve and then adjust its brightness if you want, but if you don't want, then don't need to go. But so okay, after that let's me add some zoom in effect by clicking on animation, so scale, position and rotation. So when I am editing with like keyframing, I always adding all of 3 keyframe. For the next scene there won't be any voiceover, but if there's something that need to be explained, so I will explain it. Just watch and learn how we can make this type of animation or this type of editing. Like I want to say, you just need to watch how I recreate this video.
world. But how did money how did money how did money is the heartbeat of our world. But how did money evolve? How did money how did how did money evolve? How did money how did money evolve? How did money evolve? How did how did money evolve? Evolve. 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 But how did money evolve? How did money evolve? Evolve. 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 Thousands our ancestors thousands thou- evolve. Thousands of years ago, thousands of years ago, our thousands of years ago, our ago, our ancestors of years ago, our ancestors years ago, our ancestors thousands of years ago, our ancestors ago, our ancestors 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 ago, our ancestors started by ancestors ancestors our ancestors start our ancestors ago, our ancestors our ancestors our ancestors started our ancestors started our ancestors started by our ancestors started by trading our ancestors started started by our ancestors started by our ancestors started trading by trading goods. They would trade goods. Of years ago, our ancestors started by trading goods. Ancestors started by trading goods for goods. Ancestors started by trading goods for goods. They would for goods. Trading goods for goods. For goods. They would they would trade. Would trade animals. They would trade animals. Would trade animals. trade would trade animals trade an- trade animals they would trade animals for trade animals for weapons would trade animals for weapons bread for bread for bread bread for bread bread for bread bread for but bread for but bread for bread for butter bread for bread for butter bread for bread for butter bread for butter and gold bread for butter bread for butter and bread for butter and gold for shelter and gold for shelter bread for butter, and 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 gold and goldfish and gold and gold for shelter for shelter for shelter shelter for shelter for shelter shelter for shelter shelter but for shelter but but this but shelter 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 but this for shelter. But for shelter. But this was too old for shelter. But this was too inefficient. They would trade they would tr- they would trade animals for weapons, bread for butter, and gold for shelter. But this was too inefficient. They they for shelter. But this was too inefficient. They They need. They need. They needed. They need. Needed something. Needed something. Needed something new. Needed something new. Needed some. They needed. They needed something new. They needed something new. They need. They needed. They needed. They needed something. Thing. Unit. Too inefficient. Was too inefficient. They needed something new. Efficient. They needed something new. They needed something new. They needed. They needed something new. They needed something new. They needed something new. They needed something. They needed something new. They needed something universal. New. They needed something They needed something universal. Something universal. Something universal. They needed something new. They needed something universally trusted. Something universally something universally trusted. This trusted. This birthed. This birth. This birth. This birthed the. Birthed the coin. As time. This birthed the coin. birthed the coin. The coin. Birthed the coin. As coin. As time went the coin. Coin. The coin. The coin. As time coin. Coin. The coin. As time on went on time went on coin. As time went went on coin. As time went on, we quickly time went on as time went on we quickly we quickly realized quickly realized that it was too heavy to. We quickly realized. We quickly. We quickly realized that it was. On. We quickly realized that it was. Quickly realized that it was. Too heavy. Money was. So, paper money was created. So, paper money was created. So, paper money was created. It'll. So, paper money was created. So, paper money was. Paper money was created. Paper money was created. Was created. Was created. Money was created. created. He was created. Money was created. Money was created. It allowed. Money was created. Money was created. It allows. It allows us to trade. Paper money was created. It allows us to trade. Money was created. It allows us to trade. Money was created. It allows us to trade something. Money was created. It allows. Was created. It allows us to trade. Money was created. It allows us to. It allows us to trade. It allows us to trade. It allows us to trade something. It allows us to trade some. Allows us to trade something for everything. Us to trade. It allows us to trade something for everything. Trade something for everything. Then Everything. Then digital currency was created. We could now trade. We could now trade. Digital currency was created. We could now trade nothing. We could now trade nothing. For now trade nothing. Nothing. Now trade nothing. For everything. Nothing. For everything. Money is no longer an object. It's a concept. It Money is no longer an object. Shapes cultures. Unites. It shapes cultures. It shapes concept. It shapes cultures, unites nations, and power. Unites nations. Unites nations and powers society. Shapes cultures, unites nations, and powers society. Shapes cultures, unites nations, and powers society.
Video. That's all for this video. Make sure to support all the social links in the description. So it's the rough sketch that I showed you how you can edit like this. So let's see the final result.
Money is the heartbeat of our world, but
After that, I will tell you or show you where you can download all these assets free of cost.
how did money evolve? Thousands of years ago, our ancestors started by trading goods for goods. They would trade animals for weapons, bread for butter, and gold for shelter. But this was too inefficient. They needed something new. They needed something universally trusted. This birthed the coin. As time went on, we quickly realized that it was too heavy to carry. So, paper money was created. It allows us to trade something for everything. Then digital currency was created. We could now trade nothing for everything. Money is no longer an object. It's a concept. It shapes cultures, unites nations, and powers society.
So that's all. Now let's see where you can download all the assets. So I already uploaded here. So one thing, I cannot upload the money explosion effect, so I don't know why. So I will provide all the assets links in description, so you can download from there. But if anyone have no subscription of motion array and Inventor, so that's not problem. I already uploaded one explosion effect, that is net money stock video. Okay, so that is this one, money explosion 2. Let me show you. So this is something similar, not exactly, so you can use if you don't have any paid subscription. Okay, so you can use this. Now let me show you where you can exactly download. So for the money editing assets like net money, you need to click on assets, editing assets, and then maybe you have a little bit down. So this is the window you appeared once you click on editing asset. So you need to scroll up little bit. So here is net money stock video. Once you click here, so here is the second one for the money explosion you can use, and after that this one. So let me copy the link and share for all of you. For this I created a separate channel, so you guys easily can download like money real data. So here's all the data for your practice, you can download and use into any project you want. Our next video topic is how we create animate numbers in CapCut. Hope you like this video and you learned a lot from this video. Just give this video thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Leave your thought in comment.